Hello everyone, in this tutorial we'll see how to do some of the basic file operations using Python. You can read, write or create files using Python. And first, if you want to get the file list or some of the directory details, you can import OS module. OS module will help you to interact with operating system, and to write the content you don't need to use OS module. Just to get the current working directory or the list of files, we can use OS module. So here we'll see some of the functions available here. os dot get cwd, this will try to get current working directory, and the current working directory is 02 underscore file operations. So my script file is located here, and if I want to access this directory, what I can do is os dot chdir, and in single quotes or double quotes I can give dot dot. In Linux, dot dot means it will go one folder level down, and there I'll access 01 𝒑𝒏. After that, if I try printing again os dot get current working directory, so now this has changed to 𝒑𝒏. And if you want to get the list of files here, now the current working directory is this. Now from here itself we can give print os dot list dir, and I'll be getting the entire list of files. And if I want to get the total number of files in this directory, what I can do is I can give length of list directory, because this is list, so we'll be getting the total length of this list, and here we are getting 10. And same way you can even add the formatted string here, like current working directory is, and I can put it in curly braces os dot get current working directory, and I'll be getting the directory details with the message. And if you want to execute some of the Linux commands, we can give os dot system, and we'll give ls-larth. So this will show the details of the files. You can see the file details here. And these commands will be helpful for you to get the list of files. For example, if you want to get the details of this, you can click on that, press Ctrl B, and here we'll be getting the details of all these functions. And here what we'll do, we will try to open one of the file. If you want to open all these files, what we can do is we can create a variable here, os dot list directory, and I will call that as files equal to os dot list directory. Here now I'll be getting list of files, and here I can iterate through this. For loop will be looking into that later in detail, but here I'll just write a very simple for loop for file in files, and if I do a print of file, I'll be getting individual file names here, and I can comment all the previous prints. If I try running, so now you can see my current working directory is this location. So what I need to do is I need to execute this change directory, and then I need to execute this. So now here we are able to see. And if you want to sort all these files, what we can do is sort. Also we have separate section later. We'll give sort and we'll try running. So now this file, all these names are sorted, and let us try opening all these files. To open the file, here we'll use with open method, with open, and in the iteration each file name will be coming here. So we can give file and as f or file data. This is a small example. Later we'll get into all these details. Print f dot will give file data dot read, and we'll try running this. So here now what is happening is it is trying to open all the 10 files and printing the output in terminal. And here in this with open, this is a context manager. So what happens is here this is trying to open the file, each file, and adding this into a variable called file data. And if you see, print type of file data, and we'll try printing even the dir of it. So we should be able to see it. These are some of the default class objects, and we can see all the methods supported. So we'll look into all this, and we can see here the file.close method and then read, all these will be there. So we'll try to do a read. I'll comment these two. And here we will try printing even the file name. Print and we'll put this in a formatted string. I'll copy this. We'll just create some separator for each file print. And here we can give the file name. So we'll put it in a variable. And here also we'll put a /n. Here we'll write a condition saying that if the name 𝒚𝒂 contains in all these file names, just print the content. If 𝒚𝒂 in the file, then only print the content. So here then this will print 01, 06, 08. This won't print because this is having capital P, and it will print even the 10th file. So now we'll try running this. So now this is printing 01, 06 and 10th file, 𝒚𝒂.log file. And if you want to do some of the caseless comparison, like even if it is capital, if you want to consider that, we can use case fold. So we'll be seeing all these in the next section when we look into string methods. If you do that, now this will even try to print 08. So now this is printing even 08. So in this way you can read the file. This is a small example. And now we'll get into how to open the file, how to write the content, what is read line and read lines. So here in this directory I already have a file config1.txt. This contains all these 5 lines of config. So we'll try to read this file. To open the file, first we'll see the normal open method, and then we'll have a look into with open method. But with open method is the best practice, because by default this will be closing the file, and if you use the normal open method you have to manually close the file, else this will be consuming the memory. So I'll create a variable here, file1 equal to open, and I'll give config.txt. Since the script and the actual text file is in same directory, I don't have to give the complete path. And here after this we can give the read methods. We can see all the supported methods. You can click on open and press Ctrl B, and here we can see multiple modes. R means, so this mode will be used for reading the file, and even if I don't give R, by default this is going to be in the reading mode. And here if you want to write the content you need to use W, and if you want to append data you need to use A, so that it will be appending to the file, it won't be overwriting. And if you have some binary files, for example here I have a PDF file, we'll see even how to copy this file using binary mode. So we'll be using binary mode for reading some of the binary files, but to read or write text files we can use the normal R, W or X. So let us read this file. So by default I am giving R, but even if I don't give, this will be in R. And now this is a variable. Now if I try printing dir of file1, we can see multiple methods here. So we'll look into read line and read lines. So I'll comment this. I'll try printing file1 dot read. So this will read the entire content of the file. So this is printing the entire content. And now we'll try printing file1 dot read line. This will read only the first line. If I copy paste this will keep on reading each line. You can see here, right? It is keep on reading the lines. And same way we have read lines. Here we'll be getting entire content in a list, and here this is even considering all this enter, and it is giving /n in place of all the enter. And here if you notice this particular file, after end I have given one enter, and if I give backspace and if I try running this won't be there. And while sending this command to Cisco device using Paramiko, else it won't execute the command, or you need to give manual /n. So in our initial learning phase we can give this, but when you use Netmiko they are handling all this by default. You don't have to bother about this enter. So now we are getting the list. Now if you want to iterate through this list, what we can do is I'll convert this into a variable, commands equal to file1 dot read lines and 4 command in commands, and we can try printing each command. And we are getting the output here. and same way, and we have additional /n here, and after the iteration it is adding even another enter. If you want to see without the /n, what we can do is we can do a r strip. So r strip means from the right side it will strip one character /n, and now this is coming properly. And this also we'll see when we look into the string methods in the next section. And here if you want to add some message, you can add that as well. I'll just simply give some text. So after each text they are adding this message. So in this way you can, when you are reading the file, just if you use a normal read method, it will be reading the entire content. In read lines it will be giving a list of all the lines, and in read line it will be giving single line at a time. Now we'll have a look into with open method. And for with open also it is going to be same, and here I can give config1.txt, and here anyway it is going to be in read mode by default. Earlier we were giving the variable in left side, now we need to give it in this format. Here also I can call file1 itself, and this time I can do file1 dot read lines, and same data I am getting, and I can add this into a variable commands equal to file1 dot read lines, and here I can put the same for loop, and out of this with context we are reading this variable. But once this context is over, file will get closed automatically. That is the advantage of using with open method. But if you are using with method, so you always have to give file1 dot close. Here if I uncomment this, I always have to give file1 dot close, else it will be always keeping this in the memory during the execution. So now we'll try running this. So we are getting the output here. Now we'll see how to write content to the file. I'll comment this. And to write to the file we need to use W here. Let me just show the built-ins. Here we need to use W for writing content to the file. So I'll use with open, and I'll take a copy of this file config1, and I'll call this config2, and that also is having same content. But if you do a W, this will overwrite the content. Config2, and I'll give file2, and I'll give file2 dot write, and I'll give test data, and I'll give a /n, and maybe test data 2 /n, and we'll try running this. And now if we go and read this file, so this has completely overwritten the previous data. But if you do append, I'll change this to A, and this time I'll change this to test data 3 and 4. And here this is now appending the data. And now we'll see how to read and write a binary data. So I already have a PDF file here, testfile.pdf, and we'll try to take a copy of this file. I'll comment this. So I'll put with open, and the file name is testfile.pdf, and here first we'll try using the normal read method R, and we will call that as source file, and we'll try to take a copy of this, and s equal to source file dot read we'll use. So we'll try to store this into S, and let us try running this. So we are getting an error, right? So it is 𝑈TF-codec and it is not able to decode it. So now we'll try giving RB here. Now let us try running this, and we'll print. So now we don't have any error. We'll try printing S. So here we are getting the data in the bytes format. So now we are able to read the binary data. Now if you want to convert this into, or if you want to copy this file, we can open another file with open, and I will call this new file dot pdf, and this is going to be WB, and I will call this destination file, and destination file dot write, and we'll write the content S, and we'll try running this. So now we have only test file.pdf. We'll run this, and now we have a new file.pdf. If you open this, so this is also going to be same content. So in this way you can copy the binary data. Now if you want to delete the file, we are already importing OS here. Only thing we need to do is os dot remove and the file name. So we'll remove the new file.pdf. So I'll give the file name new file.pdf, and so now this file got deleted. In this way you can do basic file operations from Python, and in the next section we'll see how to store Cisco command output into a text file, and how to read the configuration from a text file and send to the device.